Hey everyone, I just got an article that just came across my desk that's pretty important and you need to see this. Opposition to torture, often misplaced by Christian activists. And if you scroll down towards the end of the article, it says, enhanced interrogation was a desperate attempt, with bipartisan support, to prevent another 9/11. Its defenders insist, against the Senate Democrats' report, that it was successful. Even if immoral, in full or in part, as some religious voices declare, the 39 captives subjected to it, one of whom reportedly died, should be seen in the larger context of 3,000 killed on 9/11, tens of thousands subsequently killed in Afghanistan and Iraq, and several million killed in wars globally across the last 12 years, most in unreported wars, such as in Sudan and Congo. Okay, who's the guy that wrote this article? That's Mark Tooley. Who's Mark Tooley? He is a graduate of Georgetown University, which is owned and operated by the Roman Catholic Jesuits, and he worked for the CIA for 8 years. And he presently runs a Washington, D.C.-based think tank called the Institution of Religion and Democracy, as you see here. Their goal, according to their own website, if you go to this page, on their mission page, is for the Christian church to reform its role in public life, which is another way of saying they want the church to control the state. And what is their definition of democracy in a Roman Catholic world? Well, if you go to remnantofgod.org and you go to RCC Exposed, go to the Words of the Beast, scroll down to where it says power over all governments. There's quite a few comments you might want to take a look at here that the Vatican wrote. But we'll get down here where it talks about democracy. Where is it here? Saw this earlier. Here it is. Okay. It says, democracy is a mischievous dream where the Catholic Church does not predominate. Then it says there is one and only one sure democracy, the Catholicism of the popes. And when you get a chance, take a look at this page and some of the comments that this church has made. As one can see in the article, this Jesuit-trained CIA operative actually believes torture is okay, even if immoral, in full or in part. Does John chapter 16, verses 2 to 3 come to mind? I mean, one would think, since Jesuits claim to be Christians, that the Bible may be very nearby as they educate their students, but as it is obvious here, this is not the case. As prophesied, the spirit that moves this man is the very same spirit that moved Caiaphas roughly 2,000 years ago, when speaking of Jesus, he said, "It is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not." This spirit also moved Pope Alexander IV, who proclaimed not too long ago that all sects of heretics are condemned and various punishments are appointed for them and their accomplices. And that's, of course, on the Words of the Beast page 2. And soon this democratic spirit will move many throughout the world to declare death to the heretics. As a matter of fact, the Roman Catholic Church still calls anybody that's not a Catholic a heretic now. And so they're going to declare death to all the heretics who refuse to keep Sunday holy when the distress of nations becomes too great to bear under the increasing calamities that, by the way, have already started. They actually think doing so will stay God's wrath, when in reality, it's what increases his wrath to the point of what prophecy calls the 7 last plagues of Revelation. Thanks for watching. God bless.